Good morning, students. In the last class, I was discussing about metallic bonding. Let me once again define what is metallic bonding. Metallic bonding is electrostatic force of attraction between low density mobile electron cloud and positive ion core. So, there is one side electron cloud, other side we have positive ion core. Between these two we have electrostatic forces of attraction, and they exert a kind of force which we name as metallic bond. And this class I will take about the crystal systems, which is very important topic, because when you want to develop a new material by mixing two elements, unless until we have a clarity about their crystal structures, it is not possible to predict the solubility of one in other. If even they are soluble, to what extent they are soluble one in other, that cannot be predicted without understanding the lattice structures of both the elements. That is why in mechanical engineering, lattice structure knowledge is very essential. I am very sure by the end of this topic you have sufficient knowledge about the various crystal structures of metals. So, with that knowledge you can progress, you can think of preparing new materials. That is how almost all alloys or different materials are formed with the knowledge of crystallography, and of course, there is another unit, next unit, that is the phase equilibrium, right. So, let me explain the crystal systems first. So, if we see crystal systems, in this the basic part, let us take a wall. For example, this room we have walls. If I ask you what is the smallest part of this wall, what you will tell? Definitely you will tell it is a brick. So, by arranging the bricks one another, we constructed this wall. That means the brick is the smallest part of the wall. Of course, we have used the binding material, cement, etc., but the main part of this wall is the brick. Similarly, if you take any crystal, the smallest part of that crystal is a unit cell. Say, for example, suppose if we take, let us say, the arrangement of atoms like this, arrangement of atoms like this in a solid. Suppose if we take like this, let us say if we take like this. So, in this, if I join all these points, so we get some kind of arrangement, arrangement. So, this is what we call it a lattice. So, in this lattice, if you take this part, so it is a square having atoms at four corners. So, in a two-dimensional figure, it is a square. Suppose if we assume that as a three-dimensional, so this is a two-dimensional picture. If we assume a three-dimensional picture, how it looks? That means this arrangement is extended back also. So, what is how the three-dimensional picture looks like? It looks like this. It is like this. It is like this, a cube. So, this is a square which is a two-dimensional picture. This is a cube which is a three-dimensional picture. So, for this arrangement, this is the smallest part. So, this smallest part we name it as unit cell. So, what is a unit cell? Let me define. Unit cell is defined as smallest part of a lattice, smallest part of a lattice or crystal, by repeating which one can generate a lattice. In a three-dimensional space, in a three-dimensional space. So, I am repeating, unit cell is defined as a smallest part of lattice or a crystal, by repeating which in a three-dimensional space we can generate space lattice. That is how we can define the unit cell. So, unit cell is the smallest part of the crystal. By arranging this in a horizontal way, in a vertical way, we can generate the lattice. So, that is how we can define the unit cell. Second important part or concept is space lattice. So, we understood what is the meaning of unit cell. Now, let me explain about the space lattice. Space lattice, that is what mentioned here. So, space lattice is a three-dimensional array of the points. So, three-dimensional, so like this three-dimensional array of the, so on board of course I am able to show two-dimensional way, but in a free space it is a three-dimensional space. So, these dots form space lattice. So, space lattice is a three-dimensional array of points, three-dimensional array of the points. Array means arrangement. So, that is what we call it a space lattice. Okay? And I am telling another word called crystal. So, here two words are there. One is the space lattice, other is the crystal. What is the fundamental difference? Because in earlier words I was telling both space lattice as the crystal. Is there any difference between these two terms? Let me explain you. See, space lattice is a mathematical term where we talk about arrangement like this, arrangement like this. So, it is only we are finding the dots, is a mathematical term, space lattice. So, we call them, each dot we call them as point, we call it a point. Each dot is called as a point in the mathematical term, that is the space lattice. But what is the crystal? Crystal is also a three-dimensional arrangement, space lattice is also three-dimensional arrangement, but difference is the point when it occupies by the atom. Suppose I am putting atom here, I am putting a atom here, a circle I am showing, atom I am showing as a circle. So, now space lattice became crystal. So, crystal is a physical term, material consisting of atoms, that is called crystal. Whereas space lattice is a mathematical term, it is a arrangement of points in a three-dimensional space, whereas crystal is arrangement of atoms in a three-dimensional space. So, that is the minor difference between space lattice and crystal. Is it clear? Now, I will go to what are the various types of space lattices available in various solids, because in the nature we find different materials, different solids, different crystals. Are they same or different? That is what I will explain in the next slides. Okay. Now, you take so, I was mentioning about different arrangements of space lattices. If we see in the crystallography, there are types of space lattices. They were named as Bravais lattices. Of course, these 14 space lattices, we have 14 space lattices which are grouped into 7 crystal systems. That means, among these 14 lattices, some of them have common features. So, the space lattices which are having common features are kept in one particular crystal system. So, if we see the crystal systems, you find there are 7 types. So, we have cubic crystal system. In this, we have 3 space lattices. So, from 14, 3 space lattices are belonging to cubic system. The second one is hexagonal system. In this, as per Bravais, only we have simple hexagon, but later another hexagon is found, that is HCP, hexagonal close packed lattice. Of course, this is not part of Bravais lattice, but it is very popular among the metals. So, but in the Bravais lattices we have only simple hexagon, that is what I am showing as simple. Yes. Third type of crystal system is a triclinic. Triclinic has also only one space lattice, that is what we call it a simple triclinic lattice. The fourth one we have monoclinic system, which has 2 types of space lattices. One is a simple monoclinic, second is base centered, C stands for center, base centered monoclinic system. And fifth one is orthorhombic system, which is more complicated. It has 4 types of lattices. First one is simple orthorhombic, second is base centered orthorhombic, third is body centered orthorhombic, third face centered, fourth face centered orthorhombic. So, total we have 4 lattices in the orthorhombic system. That means, these 4 lattices have some common feature. And sixth one is tetragonal system. It has 2 space lattices. One is simple tetragon, second is body center tetragon. I am repeating, tetragonal system has 2 space lattices. One is simple tetragon, second is body center tetragon. And final 7th one is trigonal or rhombohedral. It has only one space lattice. So, that is how these 14 Bravais lattices are further grouped into 7 crystal systems. So, each crystal system has minimum 1 space lattice, maximum 4 space lattices. So, that is how the Bravais lattices are classified into 7 crystal systems. Is it clear? Now, I am telling that there are some common features. For example, if I take cubic system, 3 space lattices are there: simple cube, body center cube and face center cube. There are some common features. What are the common features? We must understand first, right? So, I will explain that. Okay. So, I will go back later. Let me take, and I was talking about the unit cell in the earlier slide. I was talking about the unit cell. So, if I take cubic unit cell, I can also show like this in a 3-dimensional way. I can also show like this. So, we have x axis, we have y axis and we have z axis. Suppose if I say these 3 axes have formed some angles. There is angle between x and y, angle between y and z, angle between x and z. If I name this angle as alpha, this angle as beta, this angle as gamma. So, we have alpha, beta, gamma. What are these? These are called interaxial angles. These are called interaxial angles because they are formed between 3 axes: x axis, y axis and z axis. Angle between x and y axis is called alpha. Angle between y and z axis is called beta. Angle between x and z axis is called gamma. So, these are called interaxial angles. Okay. Now, so we have alpha, beta and gamma. So, we have 3 angles. What more? And I will also take once again, we have x axis, y axis and z axis. Suppose in a space lattice, when you are moving along the x axis, suppose this is the origin, we will find a point here, we will find a point here. Similarly, when you are moving along the y axis, you will find a point here, you will find a point here. Similarly, when you are moving from on the z axis, you will find point here, point here. So, let me call this as the origin. So, from origin, when you are moving along any one of the axis, you will find the points in a 3-dimensional space or in the lattice. So, the distance between origin and the first point, if I name it as A, the distance between origin and first point on y axis, if I call it as a B. Similarly, the distance between origin and this point on z axis, if I name it as C. So, we have A, B and C. These are called lattice parameters. That means the distance between origin and first point. Similarly, from first point to second point also it is A only. That means when you are moving on a particular axis, at every distance of A, you will find a point. Similarly, when you are moving on y axis, on every point means between 0 or origin and first point B. Similarly, distance between first point and second point is also B. Similarly, C, C, C. So, these are called lattice parameters. So, we have 6 terms here: alpha, beta, gamma, A, B, C. These 6 are known as lattice parameters. These are known as lattice parameters. What are the lattice parameters? A, B, C, alpha, beta and gamma. So, based on these parameters, crystal systems are formed. I am repeating, based on the relations between these angles as well as lattice parameters, crystal systems are formed. For example, if you take cubic system, this one, first one. So, what are these 3 parameters? Suppose in case of cubic system, A is equal to B is equal to C. Similarly, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degrees. That is what we call it a cubic system. So, with this arrangement, we have 3 space lattices. That means, in a simple cube, A equal to B equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degrees. Similarly, in the body center cube, same relation. In face center cube also, same relation. That is why these 3 space lattices are kept under one particular system, that is called cubic system. Is it clear? Similarly, if we take hexagon, in case of hexagon, A equal to B but not equal to C, and 2 angles alpha and beta equal to 90 degrees, but one angle, that is a gamma, equal to 120 degrees. So, there is a difference between cubic system and the hexagon system. So, in case of hexagon, 2 parameters are equal, but third is not equal. 2 angles are 90 degrees and third angle is 120 degrees. So, that is how the crystal systems are classified based on the relations between lattice parameters and interaxial angles. So, that is how this classification has come. Is it clear? Now, so I will take, so in this slide I am showing different space lattices, right. How these space lattices look like in a 3-dimensional space, that is what this slide is showing. Suppose if you take cubic system, A equal to B equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to gamma equal to 90 degrees, and we have 3 space lattices: simple cube, body center cube and face center cube. Similar, suppose I am talking about hexagon. Hexagon has hexagon is not shown here. So, similarly, so we have, these are the how the different space lattices are look like, but these are important for us. In case of hexagon, I said A equal to B equal to but not equal to C, alpha equal to beta equal to 90 degrees, but gamma is equal to 120 degrees. Similarly, if you take tetragon, A equal to B but not equal to C, but angles, all 3 angles are equal. So, there is a difference between cubic and tetragon and hexagon. So, these are how space lattices are look like. Okay?